Hello everyone, welcome to CodeChef. Myself Jola Chorasi, and today we are going to solve the problem which came into starters 216. The name of the problem is scoring. The problem code is scoring. The difficulty rating of the problem is cakewalk and the prerequisite is ad hoc. Let's start with reading the problem statement over here. So guys, problem says Alice and Bob were playing a game with points to 2 points to score. Each player's score is some non-negative integer number of points. In the end, Alice won the game by scoring X more points than Bob. Further, it is known that the total number of points scored by both of them was y. With this information, your task is to find how many points Alice scored and how many points Bob scored. It is guaranteed that the point is generated such that there exists a valid solution. Input format: the first line of input will contain a single integer t, denoting the number of test cases. The first and only line of each test case contains two integers x and y. Output format: for each test case, output on the new line Alice and Bob scored point. Constraint for t lies from 1 to 100, for x, y lies from 1 to 100. There exists a valid solution to each input test. So guys, now let's understand the input test in the question more precisely over here. So guys, this question is very straightforward. It says that Alice and Bob are playing some game where points to score were there, and each player scores some non-negative integer number of points. That means positive integer. And in the end, Alice won the game by scoring X more points than Bob. Okay, and the total score we know was y. Okay, so with this information we have to find out how much Alice scored and how much Bob scored. Okay, let's take the first test case. X y 1 1. This is Alice is 1 point ahead of one. Total score is 1. Okay, so it is given that the Alice scored 1 point more than Bob, right? 1 point more than Bob. Yeah, and the total score is also 1. That means the Bob score would be what, 0, right? Because the total score is 1 and already taken by Alice, then the remaining would be 0, right? So output would be score by Alice would be 1 and by Bob would be 0, right? So guys, I think the test case is very clear, very simple test cases. Now let's move toward the simple solution. This problem can be solved with some basic algebra. Let's use A to denote the number of points Alice had and B to denote the points Bob had. Then we know the following pieces of information. Alice had X points more than Bob. This means A equal to B plus X. Their total points equal Y. This means A plus B equal to Y. Putting this first equation to the second one, we can obtain this equation, which will equal to B equal to Y minus X by 2. And this uniquely gives us the value of B. Once B is known, A can be computed as B plus X and it can be seen as Y plus X by 2. Simple jailbreak solution, guys. Now let's move toward the simple C++ code. So guys, this is my simple C++ code. I took the input for all the test cases as well as x, y. I initialized d equal to y minus x by 2, a equal to d plus x, and b equal to d. The last I'm simply printing a and b. That is my output. And as you can see that guys, I have got my C++ code right. Now let's move towards my Python code. So guys, this is my simple Python code. I took the input for all the test cases for x and y. At the last, I'm simply printing for a y minus x by 2 plus x and for b y minus x by 2. And as you can see that guys, I have got my Python code right. So guys, I think the solution, the code and the approach is pretty much clear. Now let's meet in the next video. Thank you so much guys for watching our videos.